I'm Nicole.
And I'm Hannah.
We were both authors on this publication. If you're here, you might be interested in learning about growing, processing, and marketing grains for a food grade end use. Or you might work with farmers who have asked you questions about food grade agronomic practices. Maybe you've thought, I should shore up some of my knowledge about food grade grains if you're one of the lucky few who has any to begin with. We want to thank our supporter and funder of this work, which was the North Central SARE. They've been incredible partners in allowing us to do this by giving us the resources we needed to put these modules together. We hope that these live on the internet for forever and they can keep serving people. This material was co-created through a partnership between the Michigan Ag Advancement, or MAIA, organization, Michael Fields Agricultural Institute, Hannah Francis with UW-Madison. She's now a PhD student, soon to launch into some amazing new place. And then also Artisan Grain Collaborative, which you can see hosts these modules on their web platform. Thank you to AGC.
Okay, so how do you access this wonderful learning material? Well, first, we're going to navigate to the Artisan Grain Collaborative's website, which is at graincollaborative.com. And then you do a /FGG training. That's food grade grains training. To get there from the Artisan Grain Collaborative website, you're going to go to the Grain Collaborative website. Then you're going to click on Our Work. And then you're going to scroll down and click, here's our training, Food Grade Grains 101. And then you're going to click Learn More. Or just like we said before, you can also just go directly to the URL here.
Excellent. These modules were designed to be engaging, we hope they are, and to promote learning. So when you click a module, say you click on Take Module 1.
Ooh, let's take Module 1.
Ooh. You'll be taken to a pre-survey. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry if these are annoying, but they're to get you thinking about what you already know. And maybe if you have a high level of proficiency with these questions, then you'll be able to zoom right through. If it's material that you don't know at all, then you're really in the right place. You're going to learn all this stuff, but you're probably going to spend a little bit more time in the module. This also helps us collect data we need to, so we tell our funders that it's making a difference. So thanks for that.
Okay, so let's just go through some of these questions. There's only 6 of these first questions. So I'm just going to select some answers. Here's a question about rye. Nicole's going to make fun of me because I'm probably going to get a lot of these wrong.
I forget what these answers to these were, but that was most of them. All right.
There's a question about hard wheat. There's a question about what makes oats different from other small grains. Maybe I'll click 3 of these. There's a question about food grade corn varieties and something called pseudo cereals. If you don't know what that word is, you're about to find out. Okay, then I'm going to go to next. Next, we have a few questions about your comfort with food grade grains in general, and this might take you another 30 seconds. So I'm going to click through while Nicole cues us up to what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. And one more. All right. And then by the time you've clicked this button, now you're through all that and you are on to the content. And there it is.
Hooray.
With beautiful, beautiful graphics by Jill Grondick, our graphic artist who supported us to put these together. Thank you, Jill. All right. You will also encounter, so now the slides start and the materials start. You can click through. There's our SARE acknowledgement. Thank you, Hannah. You're so good at clicking. All right. There's some more of that beautiful art. We're getting into the content. Okay, this will show you about half the slides in the first module. Take your time, go back and forth as much as you like with these slides. You will be able to email yourself the slides at the very end, so don't worry too much about writing everything down or about memorizing everything. You'll have it, but you should know that studies show that you retain things better when you do take hand notes. And I'm a big Luddite, so I'll just throw that out there. It leads to better knowledge retention. So maybe you want to do that.
So I'm just clicking through showing what the first half of the module looks like. By the time you've gotten here, you're halfway through. It says click next to proceed with the training. We're clicking next, and then we have a few more questions. These are some checks for understanding and a few key points that we hope by this point you've taken away from the modules so far from the first half. So we're gonna say that we learned a lot of things from this first half of the module. Maybe we'll get some of these right. Ooh.
What's great? Good job, Hannah. Apparently somebody pays attention. Um, yes. What's great about these check your comprehension is that they tell you if you got them right away. If you maybe missed one, then you maybe just didn't remember that part of the slide, you missed it, and you can go back and review that. And if you're like a type A person like I am, then you're going to retake that because you want it to show the pretty ones. But here we are. So you've got through that. That's completely voluntary. You can ignore it also if you want. Moving on to the second half of the module slides.
So here's the second half of the slides. We're going to click through and take your time with these. Go back and forth as much as you want. Pause, come back, have a snack. This is for you to absorb at your own speed and visit as is helpful for you. And by the time you've finished with these modules, with this module, we're gonna click next. And we've arrived at the end.
Yay, good job. You'll recognize these questions from the beginning in the post survey. They are the exact same ones they're copy and pasted. Hopefully it's easier this time. After you go through these and answer them this time, you will see the correct answers.
Oops, I didn't answer any of them.
But you will do an amazing job and you'll get 100%. Not that it matters, unless you're a lifelong student nerd, like some of us maybe are. All right, but even better, you'll be able to input your email after these demographic questions again at the end. And you will get the whole slide deck in your inbox. And this is true for each one of the modules. Once you go through this step, you will get sent the separate slide deck for each of the modules, the 3 modules after you take them.
Yeah, so when you put your email here, you'll get the module sent to you as a PDF right to your inbox.
Yes, we have added a suggested citation for folks who might want to share or reuse some of these slides in your own presentations. Feel free. We do just ask that you acknowledge our work by copying, pasting that suggested citation onto your slide or your report document or however else you might be presenting that. The same format that we've shared here applies to all the modules. First module is about market classes and varieties. It seems a long setup, but you really have to understand what all the different choices somebody needs to navigate to even just get started with buying seed. There's a lot to know even before you order seed, so this would be the module that everybody needs to start out with for that foundational knowledge. Second is about agronomic management, more straightforward. The third is about harvest and post-harvest handling. And we're hoping to, maybe someday we'll be able to develop that third module of material even further and go further down the road of food grade grains processing, but this is what we got for now.
Feel free to take the modules in any order that's helpful for you. There's no part A, B, C, or chronologic order to the modules. It's whatever you need more information in. These modules are designed to be taken in any order and help you at whatever stage you're in with your learning.
Thank you so much for watching this. If you're still here, wow, what a champion. Thank you for taking the time to engage with the modules. Please reach out to us, me, Hannah, AGC folks, Maya, Julie Dow is fantastic. Please reach out to us with questions or excitement or comments. Anything about food grade grains in the upper Midwest, we welcome any communication. I think our comms details should be with these modules or on AGC website somewhere, or that's what Google's for.
That's what
So
Google's.
hope to hear from you. Hope this is useful.